for me. Madura for me. Pray I find my way.
And we are back. Hey FamBam, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Esther, MsTopacJay. So just like we did in the other video where we use basically 3 products for our entire face. I look crazy. That is, we use a foundation, as a concealer. We also use it on our lids as well as eyeshadow. Birds are singing again. Anyway, we finished our way through our full face in the last video. We're gonna do the same thing today, but in the last video I noticed I mainly used high-end product, but now we're gonna be using some drugstore / affordable products. So basically in today's video we're gonna be using 3 main products for our full face, and they're going to be affordable / drugstore products. Now as you can see, I already have my brows on, okay, and don't worry, the products I use is affordable, and I am still going to continue to use it throughout this video as well. Alright, so before we proceed, if you have to join the FamBam, just subscribe down below to notifications so that way you'll be signing a good video from me, okay? And now let's jump into this video. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be using 3 main products for our full face today. By the way, if I stumble at all throughout this video, like in terms of my talking, I mean, what else is new? I always stumble or fumble, whatever the word is. Just know I am tired, and I'm tired. Alright, so as I said, I've already gone ahead and I did my brows, and yes, I did it off camera. I apologize, okay? As I was doing my brows, I was like kind of, you know, putting the products together in my head. I was almost done with them when I realized, wait a minute, let me make it affordable / drugstore product. So, and I was like, lo and behold, I'm already using affordable / drugstore product anyway, which is good. So the products I use for my brow is the Maybelline Brow Satin Smoothing Duo Brow Pencil and Filling Powder, and I mainly use the pencil side of things. So the other 2 products we're going to be using in this video are the NYX Wonder Stick Highlight and Contour Stick. I haven't used this in a while. This one's in the shade Deep Profound, and we're also going to be using the Holy Body Goody NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. Okay, this one right here. I haven't used this in a while either, but I used this shade a ton. As you can see, I hit pan. I'm basically not gonna prime because I've already moisturized earlier on, so that's okay. And I'm not doing my makeup for the purpose of making it last longer today anyway, you know what I mean? But we're still gonna try and put in some extra step, especially for those who have oily skin or oily combination skin. But if you've got normal skin, just go and as usual, you know, apply your moisturizer and whatnot, and Bob's your uncle. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. This Pro palette, from memory, I don't remember it being oil controlling or oil minimizing. It's just mainly to highlight and contour your face or whatever. But in case you did grab a bronzer that does have a bit of a longevity to it, just go ahead and pick that bronzer. So I'm gonna use the shade right here and just use it to set my T-zone a bit. Just kind of acts as a barrier between the skin and the surface. And I think I'm saying that properly this time around. Honestly, like last time I was just like actually, yeah, if I do remember correctly, whenever I use the shade right here, like it does tend to last a lot longer on my face, you know, throughout the day. Even after I've kind of sweated a bit, you know, in the perimeter of my face, I still see a shade of the shade right here on the side of my face. So we're hoping that that is going to act the same in our T-zone, you know, all over our face and whatnot. Look at that. Our face is looking a bit more blurred now. I mean, my face, I don't know what your face is doing, but mine is. Oh, look at that. This has a really decent coverage to it, actually. I am classifying this as one product because it is one product. It's just one product that has many shades. I love this palette. I would have loved for there to be more of a warm tone shade in here. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply foundation, but I'm applying concealer because this is a highlight and contour duo stick, okay? But I'm going to be using this shade right here, this side, and we're going to use the highlighting side later on as well. And this shade is nice. It's not perfect for me. I actually bought this to highlight and contour with, but it turns out it worked better on my skin tone as a foundation. So yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and blend that in using a sponge, the same sponge we used to apply the powder just then. So we're just gonna do one additional layer, mainly in the areas where I can see a little bit of skin peeking through. I mean, I'm not really trying to fully eradicate my skin per se, but just kind of want a bit of a higher coverage. I mean, this is really good. As you can see, the shade is a bit different in my actual shade, but that's okay. We're hoping that's gonna balance itself out, you know, once we're done. So now we're gonna go ahead and highlight, and we're gonna be using the side right here, and just applying this here. This does not really have a great coverage to it, but it is nice. It's better than sheer. It does its job in terms of highlighting, especially on my skin tone, and in conjunction with this shade here that I put in the stick as a contour stick, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The first time I used this stick duo, I was like, wow, that is very radiant, you know, and I still stand by that. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and set it, and I am going to be using the shade right here, which is more of a banana type shade. If you don't know, with this palette, this video is not sponsored, by the way. With this palette, you can actually pop the thing out if it's easier to use that way. I always used to do that a lot with this one, and it just or you can always just pop it out if it's easier for you. So we're gonna pick up the shade. There we go. Now we're even more brightened. Now you want to be careful with how much you put under your eyes, you know, especially, you know, when it comes to the shade, because it does have a little bit of a flashback. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab that deeper shade, this one right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that to bronze and also kind of marry this together. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade right here. This is a bit lighter than the one that I was just using then. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it to just blend things out a little, especially under the eyes, just a little, so it doesn't look too... All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to be using that deep shade we used as a bronzer or contour, whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my crease. I'm also gonna bring whatever is left down to the side of my nose, just to kind of, you know, define it a little more. So now I'm going to pick up another brush. This is a Nuvoni brush. It's affordable. By the way, the fluffy brush that I used just now is the Morphe E27 brush, of course. I'm going to pick up this flat concealer brush right here. And I'm going to pick up that banana shade we used for under the eyes and just apply it a little bit right here, you know, just in the on the lid, and kind of basically use it to define the lid. So I had a bit of contrast. Do the same thing on the other eye. And now I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, which has a little bit of a pink. I don't know if my eyes are saying it correctly, but it has a little bit of a pink shift to it, and it's a little bit shimmery, but it is definitely a powder. It just has a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna pick that up with the same brush and just tap it, you know, on top of that shade. Picking up the fluffy brush and that shade and just blend things in. And I'm gonna add the shade in my lower lash line as well, just using the edge of that brush and use that trick that I told you guys about in the previous video. Just hold the tip of the brush and just smudge on the lower lash line. There we go. So now for lips, I'm going to be using that brow product, that brow pencil we use, and I still have a bit of gloss on my lips. I always have gloss on my lips no matter what. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it to line my lips. And then I'm gonna fill it in, just mainly on the sides. You know what would make this face look better? A warm tone powder and a blush. I mean, it looks good. All right, I'm gonna pick up that foundation shade, the shade right here, this stick, and just fill in the center of our lips just a little. Ooh, nice actually. All right, so now we're gonna go off camera and do the exception, which is the lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, so here we are all done. I went ahead and what did I do? I applied highlighter from the same palette. Yeah, if you see anything dark here, I didn't apply eyeliner. It's the lash glue. I applied way too much lash glue, okay? I did not cheat, do not worry. Even though I really want to, I want a little bit of a warm tone on my face. In person, like I'm feeling like it's not as, you know, pumping as I would like my face to look, you know, when I use a more warm tone or my skin tone shades. Anyway, but all in all, you know, we still did finesse our way through a full face of makeup, okay? And not bad. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below what video you'd like to see from me next. And as always, whatever, to love yourself, and by God's grace I pray I see you in my very next video. Bye.